Here we are, everybody, with another edition of BRV Shorts. Wade and Hayden with you. How you doing?
Yo.
How are you, Hayden?
I'm great, man.
You got your Maduro headband
We are
on?
very pro Maduro tonight.
Pro Maduro. If you don't know what that is, just listen to our podcast, Google it, whatever. But we're another edition of BRV Shorts, man. This is exciting. We get to come in to bring you into the van.
Oh, yeah. Welcome.
With
our beautiful new red paint.
Oh, yeah. You see the red paint? The candy paint.
Shiny and beautiful.
Yeah, candy paint, and then we're trying to show off as many brands as possible, looking for sponsorships out there, but whatever happens.
One other detail I don't think the viewers at home know about the van is our beautiful counter in the van. We didn't point this out last time we did a BRV short, but this is genuine bowling alley floor that we have a nice podcast table out of.
Yeah, genuine. Thank you for bringing that up. Is that the correct way to pronounce it? Is that like...
If you're a hip-hop artist from the 2000s, it is.
Perfect. I was wondering what the level of how we have when you can pronounce it genuine. It's like police. We were talking about that before.
So I have a question for you, Wade.
Bring it.
Since you are... we've discussed this before, the Genghis Khan of ant killers.
I like to think I have at least 1 billion.
Self-given title, but I'm going to give it to you.
I've got 1 billion ants under my belt. Minimum.
So I've been dealing with this problem of yellow jackets. Okay, so on my steps down here by the back door, there was quite the nest in my flower garden. Okay. So I've, over the past couple weeks, literally every few days, when I spot a few of them, I'll go get the raid and just blast it down into the nest.
Okay.
Right? You'd think that would do it, right? You would hope.
Yeah.
It kills so many of them.
And that foaming stuff?
Yeah. That like encases the opening so they can't get around anything. They're stuck.
Sure.
So several attempts, I'm telling you, over a couple weeks to try and get rid of these hornets. And the last time... I literally went outside and there's 50 of them buzzing around. I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? How come I can't get rid of all these hornets? So I said, you know what?
Fire.
I went and got my gas can.
Yes. Yes.
And I, just real quick with the gas can, came over and just go, right down the hole of where those hornets are. And of course, that's making them all go nuts. And I'm actually kind of terrified to light this on fire. I had to get my grill lighter, and I'm like, nearly laying on the ground while I'm trying to do it. And man, it's just like a inferno up out of the ground, like 5 feet high.
It's incredible.
What's crazy is it didn't kill them the first time around, Wade. I did that. It burned for 20 minutes, burned down. I'm like, surely to God, I got rid of the hornets. No. A day later, I go out there, hornets everywhere again. I'm like, how do you kill hornets? So this time, same thing.
Gas can doesn't work.
I did go for gas again, but this time I said, surely I can smother them out. So what I did is I built a legit fire on top of their nest. So I gasolined them, and then I just started grabbing my twigs and stuff and just started piling it on.
Smoke them out.
I did, and it worked. Haven't seen a hornet yet.
Wow.
So if you ever are curious on how to get rid of an underground hornet's nest,
don't pour gasoline on your ground.
Gasoline only kind of works. The backup plan is build a full fire on top of that nest. That'll get them.
See, Hayden brings this up because I told a story on our podcast, which you should listen to, the Big Red Van podcast, on Apple, iTunes, or on Google Play. Quick shameless plug of our show.
Of course.
But
on our own show.
Of our own show, yeah.
On our own show.
It's on our show. I guess that's a good point. I attacked this colony of ants that was underneath a fire pit that was made of stones, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what I did was poured gasoline all over the ground, and I'm talking maybe like an area of about 8 square feet on the ground that it just dosed it with. And
we're like, watersheds, all that stuff, like pollution, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about it. And lit it on fire, and I swear to you, for the next 3 days, I was able to go and rustle up the dirt, and flames would start shooting up from the vapors of the gas.
The ground's been on fire for days.
Yeah, man. So, but that day was a glorious day for my ant count.
Oh,
that at least added, I don't know, 600 million to my count is what I was going for that day.
Well, speaking of Glorious Days.
Oh, I love it. A good segue.
Oh, I know. You said Glorious Day, and I said, oh, there it is.
Okay, you got something for us?
So I got a story to tell.
Perfect.
It's about a man named Mr. Andrew Wardle.
Okay.
And he is from Manchester, UK.
All right.
We all have heard of Manchester.
Of course, Manchester United, the football team.
Right. Some of these colors are Manchester United. Maybe I'm part Manchester United.
You're 100% Maduro.
Oh, you're right. But so he was born with a birth defect called bladder extrophy.
Bladder extrophy?
Bladder extrophy.
Okay.
Okay. Which is a rare birth defect. It's not very common at all. But it's where someone is born with little to no penis.
It's your boy, Skinny Penis.
Yeah. But it can also, but you still have your balls. Balls are there, 100%. Just
okay.
Penis is either
and normal.
Normal.
Okay.
Functioning normal testicles.
You just got like a really tiny wing.
Yeah, penis just didn't come through for you.
Man.
So
what a terrible,
I know, right?
Terrible affliction.
I'm pretty sure the this affliction also is referred to as micropenis in some.
I like the bladder one. The other name you said first.
But that's the medical word.
Micropenis.
I'm pretty sure this is a thing. There's like a conspiracy theory that Hitler had a micropenis.
Oh man, I believe it.
But anyway,
we talked about his underwear.
Yep.
Again,
yes, we did.
Shameless plug for our podcast.
Shameless plug. So about 1 in 40,000 people can have bladder extrophy.
Okay.
Most of them doesn't result in them losing their or not having their entire penis. About 1 in 20 million have no penis at all.
Oh my God.
Born penisless.
What are we even talking about here?
Okay.
All right.
This is actually quite the good, happy ending story. So,
okay.
This is not a scary, awful, terrible story that I normally
I'm curious how this is happy.
Okay. So, he went his whole life without a penis. Okay.
Yes, and a terribly unhappy man.
45 years old at this point. Okay. He and his girlfriend, I'm assuming you say her name is Fedra. It's Fedra. Phaedra, okay. Maybe. But they found a surgeon who was willing to help them out. So 10 hours of surgery and 50,000 pounds or 65,000 American later, he was united with his long overdue penis.
Okay.
The operation was
a long overdue penis.
Yeah. It was a perfect success. So everything came out exactly as planned. But to make the operation possible, an engineered mechanical machine that was combined with nerves from his arm, nerves, muscles, and skin from his arm. And they showed like where they had grafted all this stuff off of him. But with this little device, and built him a penis out of his own flesh.
No way.
Yeah. They made this man a penis with a little, like I said, it has a mechanism inside. Here's what's great. The mechanism makes it work. So, ta-da! Exactly.
Like, when you say mechanism, are we talking?
There's a picture. I'll have to share a picture of it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's essentially a little tube, or like a series of tubes, I should say, that can inflate. And so basically what they do is they built the penis around this device, and he has a little pouch inside of his groin area, basically underneath his skin.
He just presses a button when he wants a boner?
Exactly that.
No!
Like a freaking Nike pumps, like... But yeah, no joke. Right here on his groin, he can just go.
And it's only $65,000 for that?
Only $65,000.
I think that's a pretty decent way to spend $65,000.
I know, right?
That is a investment.
But the best part is, so it like I said, it was a 10-hour surgery. When he got out of surgery, he had to spend the next 10 days fully erect, because of course all that tissue and stuff had to heal.
Okay.
Before you could, allow it to be in different shapes again, if that makes sense. But
okay.
So they had to keep him full boner for 10 days, and then for 6 weeks after that, every morning and every night, he had to pump up the boner for 20 minutes and let it, just sit there.
Just work it out like it's a muscle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they said give it a stroke, but they were meaning like, just air it up.
Yeah.
It's a hydraulic, literally.
See, I wasn't even thinking the stroke. You went there on your own.
I'm sorry. but he...
stroke is a good word, by the way. Like, I mean, I think anytime that you can find a usage for the word stroke, you've won the day.
That might be the first time I've ever used the word stroke on the podcast / YouTube channel, but...
Definitely the first on the YouTube channel. And a very, very good usage of it.
But yeah, so it worked 100%. 6 weeks later, doctor gives him the go-ahead of, you can start using that bad boy, man. And so him and his lady, the night...
I'm going to pump... you up.
And of course he had all this practice of pumping it up.
I still don't know how to appeal to the camera. Like,
I'm going to pump you up.
See, you did much better than me.
I've got the... Oh, no. Screw that.
Yeah,
not going to do any impressions right now. We're going to skip that.
We're on YouTube now.
But,
this is the big time, bro.
So, of course, he had some practice getting it pumped up. So whenever the time came around...
Of course, he had to do it for 10 straight days.
Right.
20 minutes a day.
6 weeks of pumping it up. So, he got pretty comfortable using it. So, naturally, when it came time to use it, he was nice and natural. It was good. And he said it was the most amazing thing that's ever happened to him, is be able to get his penis and finally get to bone his girlfriend and actually get to use it and it work the right way.
So he gets to use it and it works.
It works.
Does he feel anything?
Yeah, they took nerve endings from his arm and stuff, and that's what they do. I'm pretty sure when they're also doing like a sex change or gender transition surgery, is they'll actually where they make a penis, like they literally do. They take like nerve endings from like either your already there genitalia or like nerves from other sensitive parts of your body to add there so that you can feel it.
Yeah, I've never done any extensive reading on building a penis, as you would say. But
apparently it's very modern advanced. Like they can really
relatively
make a penis.
Inexpensive.
Here's the last kicker.
Okay.
So they were able to actually, put all the tubing at work inside. So he can now pee out of his penis like a normal person would. He can also skeet out of it. And because he had real normal testicles, he can have kids too.
So they just took the tubing and then just reworked it into this.
Yep.
Basically just gave his house an upgrade.
Yeah.
Just kept all the plumbing the same. Kept everything in the underworkings of the house the same.
Yep.
Just blew everything on the outside up and rebuilt it.
Apparently, it's also pretty big too.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't say how big, but the guy says in the article, he's like, and it's pretty good size too.
Nice.
So,
well, I mean, think about it. Relatively,
if I'm paying $65,000 for it, you better load me up.
Well, he used to be called micro penis.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean, anything is going to be pretty big in his eyes, I mean, it could have been 4 inches, and he'd have been like, damn.
But wouldn't that be wild, dude?
Packing.
45 years old, no penis. Never had one. Didn't lose it. Just never had one.
Yeah, I don't know. I've said this on the podcast, and this is the third time I've said that. But I don't know. If I didn't have my penis, I don't know. Like, what am I doing?
Man.
Like,
what am I doing?
what are we really doing here?
Life's not worth living anymore.
I don't know.
But
man.
if you, $65,000 though,
I can find worse ways to spend $65,000 than to get a penis upgrade.
Yeah. Or if you lost it, to get it replaced.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, especially if it could be like that. You might like lose it on purpose.
Well, here's the also thing. He'll never have problems with impotence.
Right?
Ever.
Yep.
It's all right. He can be 80 years old and just...
And he goes... and that's the thing, is he goes down when he wants to go down.
Exactly.
Like, she's going to stay satisfied. It's not up to him.
It's a win-win.
It's up to her. Wow. Man.
Man.
And he had a really weird name, too, and a micro penis, and it all works out for him in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So, like I said, happy ending story.
I'm not surprised that you had some kind of penis story for me. It's right up our alley, and I appreciate it. And I know that the listeners and the viewers appreciate it. So we've plugged our show a couple times on this video, and if you haven't listened to our podcast, we are Wade and Hayden of Have You Heard, a podcast brought to you by the Big Red Van. We talk about a lot of random different things, much like the penis story that you just heard, or the wasps that were pouring gasoline on the ground. But this has been fun. Thank you for joining us for this edition of BRV Shorts. And do you have anything to say out the door?
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all the same at the Big Red Van Pod.